first vlog. We're living to Copenhagen. We're currently at the TCI studios.
Yes.
And going to the airport. We arrived in Denmark finally after super long journey. 2 hours delay. We here. Yeah. So first impression, apart of the headache and me annoying you at the airport in the plane. I was just excited that we saw the mountain, the Copenhagen. First day in Copenhagen. Very cloudy, very rainy, very windy, and today is the 28th of May, no, 27th. So the plan today is to go to the Maritime Museum. We are buying the Copenhagen card for, I don't know how many crowns, but it's around 180 euros. And it's for 3 days, includes all the museums and also the public transportation. We are at the underground station, and as you can see, this is the wall that avoids people, I guess, to jump in front of the train. So there are doors that open only when the train arrives. First coffee place, we are at the Norreport station. Désirée, we need an opinion about the coffee and the design interior. It's quite nice.
Yeah, it's very fundamental. But the materials make it feel deeper. I don't know, does that make sense? Is that?
I don't know. We'll ask the architects who are gonna watch this. But it looks cool, and outside is the station by COBE. And nice materials of the interior design. Everything is concrete, natural stone on the floors, wood, green, grayish, black. In the meanwhile, this station is super tight and you can literally get hit by the train. So yeah, we're heading north towards the Maritime Museum designed by BIG. First attempt to go to the Maritime Museum failed. The whole train infrastructure of Denmark, it's broken down, not working anything. So we're going to the Danish Architectural Museum. So we're gonna show you BLOX. These buildings belong to the university. That's the university library, out of solid bricks. Really nice, really nice. We're going through the streets of Copenhagen. The weather, it's windy, chilly, but it's okay. I think it's a good weather for visiting, so you can walk and you don't sweat like a pig. Now we are in the Georgi's Passage. This place with this super nice glass rooftop. I don't know if it's from some famous architect, but it looks really cool. It looks like a Shigeru Ban structure, to be honest. We're getting over there. You can see it in the distance. Actually, I think it's the first OMA building that I'm experiencing. It looks like a bunch of cubes interconnecting each other. We'll see how it is inside. But it promises good. And here we are, getting closer to the entrance. It looks pretty cool. It's really cool, that red DAC logo, Danish Architecture Center. So yeah, we'll see it from the inside. It looks dope, like a facade with these greeny glasses. It's it's really cool, and we can see there is a lot of water. And over there are other cool stuff. Here we are. We went down through these stairs, and now we're going in. I'm gonna show you a little bit more. This is the entrance. It's quite cool. It's pretty new, so everything is still super fresh. The construction details are really good, and the door is moving around alone. So here we are, about to enter the Danish Architecture Center. We are in the shop of the museum. You can see there are a lot of design objects, caps, books, magazines, and this is basically the entrance of the museum. Let's go check the architectural books. Here you have the book, in my opinion, that every architect has but never reads, the SMLXL. Some nice faces, modern Scandinavian design. This looks good. There you go. Oh, Cities for People from Jan Gehl, one of my favorite books. A lot of books from Life Between Buildings. And this is Livet mellem husene, or whatever you pronounce it. Okay, here we have some psychedelic entrance that looks really cool. Some rubber stuff, and we are in. And of course, we start with Lego. You can build Lego stuff here in the Danish Museum of Architecture. Crazy. It looks dope. Everything's blacky and grayish. Super cool lighting. The first impression, it's promising. I think this is about space architecture. So this is dedicated to the space architecture that it's, of course, with BIG in Denmark. So the topic is women in architecture. This is so good. So first woman here represented is Gretchen Meyer. Here we have this cool wall where there are these architects that are standing in the screens, and as soon as you pick up the phone they start talking to you, and they're contemporary architects. We see also one of my favorite female architects, Dortheavej. So if she watches this vlog, I hope she accepts the invitation for the podcast so we can have actual conversation. Here we have some exhibitions about the work of the office Helen and Hard. They're famous from doing a lot of wooden structures. And this is an example of a body and mind spa. And then here we got the real deal wooden structures. Looks super nice. The joints are so seamless. I'm not sure that you can get in, but it's beautiful. In such a museum, you couldn't have missed to have the typical sitting steps in order to enjoy the exhibition. And here we have some brick walls exhibitions in round form, the Helen and Hard structure, and you can see the structure of the building. It's made out of this steel. It's a steel structure, and underneath us it's the big road crossing the museum, so the cubes overcross a big highway, so to say. One really cool thing is that once you have seen the whole exhibition at the Danish Architectural Center, you can just slide down and quickly exit. Not only kids, but also grown-ups can do that. I think it's pacey. We didn't do it, but it's a funny idea. I hope it's gonna inspire you to create something similar in your own buildings. So right outside a museum you can find also some funny steps, playground for kids element So I think it's pretty cool. Danish design always try to make it like somehow fun to use for people, and bikes everywhere. So we're attempting to get to the maritime museums designed by Bjarke Ingels. Let's hope they solve the train issues. Here we have a nicer overview of the building, how it works. So it's this series of cubes that goes across the highway. And here we are under this bridge, and on the other side of the river, probably on the video will be very difficult to spot. I try to zoom in. You can see the Harbour bats that are made also by Bjarke Ingels. A lot of architecture in the city. You might hear the wind is crazy, so I don't know how good it's gonna be, the audio. But yeah, another great building from Schmidt, Lassen. The new credit, or whatever it is spelled out. And in the background we can see the towers that have been suggested to me by you guys. So guys, we're doing the personalized Lego character. So you go to the Lego store in Tivoli in Copenhagen, you buy one of those boxes, it's like 12 euros, and you put it on. Now I'm done, but Désirée is still personalizing it. And you gotta pick up the stuff you want on your t-shirt, and then it comes out of there. And then you can go to the next stand behind those people and accessorize it. So basically you purchase, personalize, accessorize, and then you're good to go. It's a fun souvenir to have, I think, from Copenhagen. After all the train system collapsed on today, we're now on a bus and we're going to visit the two library projects from COBE, pretty far away from the city center. And we met one of our listeners, Daniela. So shout out to Daniela. Yeah, it was really cool to meet somebody that listened to the podcast. And we're moving.
And a local.
Yeah, and the local. So she told us a little bit about the local culture, architecture, what is it like to be working in here. And yeah, it was cool. So we're on the way here. Everybody are looking at us super upset we're loud. We're getting closer to the COBE library. You can see it over there. There we are. Getting closer and closer. It looks super interesting. It's super thin on one side, and we can see the area. It's very, very like a construction place, so to say, construction site. But this library looks super interesting. It's super thin on this side. It looks like a TV. I'm gonna get out of the road before I get killed. Awesome. Let's go visit it inside. You can see the facade. It's out of these ceramic elements. And on the back there is this, I don't know what kind of material is in the back, but it feels plastic. I don't know, it's not metal. And these are out of also whether metal or ceramic. Here's the entrance. Let's ask if we can get in. Oh, okay. It looks pretty dope. It smells a lot like wood. Everything's wooden in here. It is crazy. It's super cool. So, guys, building. And it's really cool. It smells like wood, and you can see the crazy interiors. You have this sloped ceiling and all these different levels on which we go and read And we're now going upstairs. Let's take you. Yes, we allowed. He said we can just go around. We have to stay a little bit quieter though, because it's still a library. So yeah, it's pretty dope. Gotta say, cool design. This is how it looks like. You can see it here, read. You can see. Super cool with this black and wooden and concrete are the three main materials. In the building quality, it's also really good. And everything is very, very transparent. Look, you have some cozy boxes where you can read. And this is the glass. The facade that's pretty cool. It's like all the details are very, very studied. So, yeah. This is the library. Here, toilets. I guess there should be an elevator somewhere for, yes, here's the elevator. So everybody can actually access the library. We're quite in the outskirts of Copenhagen. So here there are some more like playful kids corner. The shape of the building is super interesting. Oh, and so here you have glass, and then you can go to see through this wooden bars, this wooden facade that repeats outside. I mean, outside is not wood, but it looks like it. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit quieter so that people are not disturbed. Here you have always these views towards the community spaces. You have working spaces. It is pretty cool. I'm going on the next floor. You can see the joints of the staircases are done in a very cool way. They're barely visible. Everything is out of wood. Also the bottom part. It looks really, really nice. You like it? You would read here, Désirée? Would you? Oh, look, you have these super cozy corners where you can just take a seat. Dan Stubegert, if you watch this, just come on the podcast. We're visiting all your projects, visiting also the office tomorrow or the next days. So let's go upstairs in this library tour. I think this one is the coolest. This one is the coolest floor because you get these windows on the rooftop like this one. Quite cool. It smells like wood all over the place. Even the ceilings, you can see, guys, are kind of like wooden. This material that's absorbing the sound. And this total transparency, super nice. You can see also the view from the outside. And let's go for the third floor. I guess that the sloped rooftop. Oh, okay, this is awesome. Look at this. This is really, really good. I mean, look at it. Totally. You could enjoy reading a book here with this view. In here, if you sit at these working spaces, you can just look outside. And I think that this sloped roof, it doesn't make shade for the neighbor buildings, and they just use the space at maximum, but by being careful about the neighborhood. So it's a total coolness. It is really library porn here. We're just getting out of the building. Désirée, you are non-biased, so what are your impressions? I always ask you because I'm biased. I like it. So
I loved it. I loved the wood and the sort of felt really like you were in something that was a little more naturally oriented or something. And I loved the smell of the wood and all the little areas that you could do things, read or research or
So if you were living in Copenhagen, would you come here to read your book?
Oh, definitely. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
I wish they had libraries like that in Frankfurt.
Perfect. So, approved. You should visit. You should check it out. Come and check it out in Copenhagen. Super cool feature in Danish public transportation. You have USB ports where you can just plug in your phone and load it. Isn't that cool? Right before the big storm is coming, we arrive at this library, also from COBE, or COBE, sorry. And we hope they're gonna let us in so that we can stay safe. It looks cool. So here we are in a safe space, getting inside. So guys, while this storming outside, we got into this second library from COBE. It is really cool. You can see again some raw materials, metal cladding around the walls, and we're about to check the upper floors. Very transparent entrance, really cool. Yeah, so we're doing like a walkthrough to see the different levels. We're gonna be careful because there are a lot of kids. I think the first floor it's more dedicated about kids. So we have this metal mesh facade inside and outside. The mesh inside it's smaller, tinier. Then we have everywhere metal. Also the ceilings, and everywhere they build these continuous boxes. And then I don't know if this is a pre-existing building, but I don't think so. They've kept like concrete and bricks. We can see everything. It's not so clean as the first architecture pictures, so you can see how there are kids' works that have been decorating the building. And again, we can see the facade construction, everything very transparent. You can see the contrast of the outside and the inside. The lights are hidden behind this mesh, so they create this super nice, smooth light. And there are these bridges connecting the other building and the different boxes that represent the books, more or less. So let's go. This one looks a little tinier. The stair is out of metal. Really cool. Really cool. Here's the bridge. Really cool library. So we can see here you have access to books. Downstairs there were magazines. You can research there. You have again big surfaces of glass. Really cool, really cool. And you have the mesh, metal mesh you can see from the below. Let's go in the next room. I remember there were some really cool lamps here. This is paint, which is golden. Really cool. We have these hanging lamps from the ceiling that are really cool. We have also hanging sockets. And I don't know, allegedly, no, you can set up the lamp the way you find fitting. I'm doing it, so they should be something like this, but I think the tension of the spring gets away, so they don't look so cool anymore. So we don't suggest these lamps because they don't hang straight anymore. But the interior, it's amazing here. We are inside this book. Everything is wooden. You have again these super cozy chairs. These is the areas with, I think, I don't know, young adult books. I don't know, probably teeny books. I don't know. And here we are in the other bridge, so we can continue exploring. We can see the facade fixed with these really nice elements to the ceilings. And we can continue on the upper floor. Again, still stairs, still steps. A very nice handrail, very nice to the touch. Yeah. And this is the view. We guess it's forbidden to get out. And in the distance you can see the red tower that I think was designed by Effect. Episode 50 of TCI Podcast. You can check. We had them on the podcast, so it's pretty cool. If we zoom further on, you can see the mountain from Bjarke, Ingels. This is more or less where we're staying with our hotel. So actually you can see that it's connected to a building that's already there. So this is the building. And once you move, there you go. Here we are from the outside, more sitting steps out of wood. Really cool. Now you can see from the outside the meshed facade. Super cool. And then the bigger box, the bigger book. It's like this pile of books. And then here we have some temporary sort of containers and curtain steel vases for the landscape architecture in front. I think it's a really cool solution. Again, props to COBE for designing it. Désirée, another library. What is your feedback? Which one was better, the first one or the second one?
Well, they were very different. The second one was very much like children and hangout oriented. It was sort of like a big living room, basically. So that's what I thought was pretty cool.
Okay, we are going to the next stop. Let's see what it is.
Yeah.
You ready?
I am.
Let's go. Another big Bjarke Ingels building. The guy that always divides the opinions of you. Love it or hate it, we came to visit the student dorm that he designed. I don't remember the name of the project, but it looks cool. It has a wooden facade, super glassy, a lot of transparent surfaces. Everything is really open. I like the connections are visible of the wood, of the wooden planks. We can try with a bigger angle. And so we have these sort of squared elements or rectangular elements that follow this sort of curve. And there are balconies, not balconies, Danish windows that opens towards the outside, very typical for Denmark. Here we see the main entrances where the, so to say, the curves slides in and opens this gap in front of the buildings, and we can see an inhabitant there being on the balcony, a student. Yeah, so looks cool. Would you guys live here? Let me know in the comments. I'm being very YouTuber today. So guys, let me know in the comments. Do you like Bjarke Ingels dorm? Tell me which COBE library you like better. If you like the vlog at all. Yeah, let me know. I'm curious. Here I'm trying not to get hit by a tree or hitting the tree. Everything is very green. I think in the renderings, I don't know if it's a student dorm. We see also a lady that's definitely not a student, but it's look cool. And there are the 3 passages, and you can cross and connect to the rest. Let me go in the passage to see how it is. So let's guys see how it is. Let's get closer. So the rails are basically some cheap metal grid, the one that you see on the construction places, on the construction sites, but it looks cool, it fits, and it makes it a little cheaper because everything is wooden planks. You see lighting in the passage, so in the night you don't feel scared of crossing it. Feels really cozy, a little windy inside, and then you cross the other side and you have always bikes spots where you can lock your bike. And this is, I guess, the north side. No, it's we're in the afternoon now, so I guess it's more or less the east and west orientation, or northish, I don't know, because we see definitely less windows, less glasses, but it's cool. I like it. I think it's simple. Simple, looks effortless, but I think the design is cool, the idea is cool, and it's cool that people here in Denmark let architects build this stuff. Yeah, let's see what's gonna be the next stop. So we entered this cool courtyard, and we're heading towards the next destination. And it's amazing how you can just walk around the city, and when you expect it the least, you can find some cool architectural gem. And I'm not sure if that tower is from effect when I see it in real life, but it looks cool. Here we are at the next site, the Superkilen park, which was also co-designed between BIG and another landscape office, I think from Germany, I don't remember the name. And let's check it out how it looks like. Here we are, the red square with the Moskvich logo and the different light signs, so let's check it out. You can see that it doesn't look as fancy as on the drawings. Trying not to get killed by the skaters. but yeah, feels cool. A lot of graffiti. Got way dirtier since they built it, but there's cool a lot of Ukrainian flags around the city. So yeah. So after a little break, we're going to see the black square right next to the red square. I don't know, I gotta be honest, so far I'm not impressed by this park. It looks way better on the plans, it looks way better on the pictures. There's some nice stuff, but I don't know. You should visit it just to check it out yourself, but it's nothing so spectacular. I think it's quite old by now, so it's been ruined quite a lot. I think a lot of graffiti. Yeah. This is my personal opinion. But we always ask the non-biased member of the crew. So Désirée, come here. What is your opinion of this park?
Well, we're not through it completely yet, so I'm waiting for that, but it's nice. It's decent, I would say.
Decent is the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's decent, but it's not like wow. By the way, look at it. This is supposed to be like the bus stop, I guess, but they super fucked it up. That's all like, and also you can check that it's molding on the top side because, come on guys, like when it rains here, it stays the water there. So that's not cool. And here you have the black square. Careful. Yeah. Here guys, you have to be super careful with the bikes because they are all over the place, the bikes. There are some chess you can play, dama. Here are the, okay, the black square looks much nicer. There are palm trees that I don't know how the hell are surviving. There is a drunk guy over there. The fountain isn't functioning. Yeah, a lot of graffiti. I don't know. A lot of graffiti, which I don't like.
The dentist sign?
Oh yeah.
I don't know, it looks
The
something
dentist
from
sign.
the Turkish flag, but with a tooth in the middle?
No, because the Arabic world doesn't use cross, they use the...
Yes, but the tooth?
So, Désirée, every time they use medical stuff, they don't use the cross.
Oh,
They-
that's what you meant.
Americans, guys, Americans. General culture, zero. Yeah, Superkilen, it's okay. Not a must-have. Not, yeah, more Instagrammy, but I think it hasn't aged well. Not so well. Not as is expected. Little consideration. If you design stuff that are colored and then don't get recolored again, they look bad. Just so I think it's better to use materials that are natural colors, or use the materials with their color instead of this painting shit. Because look, it doesn't look nice. There you go, guys. Danish windows. They open towards the outside and not the inside. Spectacular. Then let's see if the Danish infrastructure of
Solve their
railway.
problems.
Yeah. Let's hope to get there. See you.